Elizabethan England, circa 1568 to 1603. Religion. The 16th century was the height of Catholicism versus Protestantism. There were three main beliefs: Catholic, Puritan, and the modern Puritan. Elizabeth decided to create a new Church of England. Catholics liked the bishops govern the country, ornaments and decorations, and recusants pay fines to the church. However, they disliked that Elizabeth was head of the church and that the service/Bible were both in English, and that they had to take an oath to the new prayer book. Modern Protestants, or Puritan, liked that England was now Protestant, and the Bible, prayer and services were all in English. All officials swore oath to Elizabeth's name. However, they disliked that the church looked too Catholic and that the bishops had too much power. Puritans liked that the Bible was in English and that they were allowed to marry. However, they disliked that it was a Protestant country and that the Queen was in charge. Matthew Parker was made Archbishop of Canterbury. The Church of England was relaxed and didn't prosecute people. Less than 3% didn't sign for it, but by 1568 it was accepted. Mary, Queen of Scots. Mary was Elizabeth's Catholic cousin and Queen of Scotland. When Mary came to England, she declared that she was chosen to be the Queen of England. Elizabeth had many choices on how to deal with Mary. Help her regain her throne. Keep her on her side, but become Catholic enemy border. Allow her to go to France. Better relations with France, but she would make the country Catholic. Send her back to Scotland. Improve relations with Scots, but she could be executed. Keep her in England. Control over her, but she could escape and spark rebellions. Execute her. End problem, but Catholics and Scots would get upset, which increases chance of rebellions. In 1569 there was the Northern Rebellion, which were 6,000 Catholic men crushed. Led by Northumberland and Westmoreland, showed potential dangers to Mary being alive. In 1569, the Duke of Norfolk, Thomas Howard, wanted to marry Mary without permission. Elizabeth was furious and was starting to lose respect from the Catholics. In 1570, the Papal bull of Excommunication, Pope excommunicated Elizabeth, ordering Catholics not to obey her. Elizabeth passed the 1571 the Bull's Law, claiming that heretics were traitors, showed rivalry with other countries. In 1571 there was the Ridolfi Plot. The Duke of Norfolk, Philip of Spain, and the Pope plotted against Elizabeth. Plots arising because Mary was imprisoned. Liz was anxious on what to do. In 1572 there was the St. Bartholomew's Day Massacre. Elizabeth decided not to execute Mary, but thousands of French Protestants were murdered. There was the pressure of Protestant Revenge. In 1583 there was the Throckmorton Plot. Catholics were captured and tortured for confessing to Mary about the plot. They were executed, and Mary was limited in the number of visitors she could have. 1586 Babington Plot. The plan was to rescue Mary and murder Liz. The plot was uncovered by Walsingham, who was executed. Elizabeth's Privy Council had enough evidence to take Mary to court. They charged her for treason and executed her. Does this show Elizabeth as a weak ruler? Yes, because she was pressured by the Privy Council, and she prolonged the decision, which led to more chance of a rebellion. No, it was a difficult decision, so carefully waiting was the only option. Deflects responsibility, worked it all out from the beginning, and knew how to act with the right consequences.